Sure. And then I need to share my screen as well. So, all right. So, hi, I'm Jay Arthur, and I spent the last 40, 50 years of my life doing software development on everything from mainframes to mini computers to microcomputers to whatever. And so I basically have a lot of experience around improvement and how projects fail and how projects succeed. And I think you saw in that intro video that, that's one of the problems. Most of our things fail. And so that's sort of problematic, and it's a very high expense. So Wendy, how can I share this content?
If you just should be able to do share my screen.
Yeah, it's not letting me yet.
There we go. Sorry about that. Give you control.
Go.
There you go. Yep.
Alrighty. Technology, ain't it grand? All right, so just a little bit about me, and this will get you some idea of, who I am and what I do. Let's see. I'd like to get rid of my screen. There it goes. All right, so this is about how to solve problems with data. Now, you can do this in manufacturing. You can do it in software. You can do it in healthcare. You can do it any place you want. All right, as long as you got some raw data about what's going wrong, you can start to figure out and pinpoint exactly what to do. And I did this on one. We had a billing system, and it was sucking up an extra $20 million a year in postage, and I used these techniques to pinpoint exactly what was going wrong. And then I've done that with other things as well, other automated systems. So this will give you some idea about how to think about this. Now, Shigeo Shingo used to say that your business is like a banana. It's 46% waste. But I think you'll find that in most situations, there's a lot of rework. If you think about even software development, half of it is for testing, right? Well, that's still trying to find bugs that shouldn't have been put in there and so on. So what we want to do is figure out what is the rework, what is the waste, what are we fixing that shouldn't need fixing, and trashing stuff that can't be fixed. So this is a way of looking at how much money you're spending and realizing that you're wasting a ton of cash, which could go to the bottom line, also increase people's bonuses and raises and promotions and stuff like that. All right, so this is a very powerful tool to help you see what's going on out there. So, as I mentioned, over the years, I've used pivot tables to save $20 million in postage, $16 million in adjustments, helped a wireless company reduce service order errors, saving $3 million a year, and $5 million a year in a healthcare system, right? Because they were not, getting the kind of results they wanted. So, if you have data that looks like this, so this is raw data. All right, so by region, by admit date, type of function code, how many denied charges occurred in this hospital? Well, that could be worth $5 million a year. And I'll tell you what, when I went in there, these people thought I was, I was some hairy-fairy guy that wasn't going to be able to help them with this. But I took a look at their data. They had like 47,000 records about denied charges, and used pivot tables to summarize all of that and pinpoint exactly where this was failing. And then it took us about 3 hours to figure out the root causes of that. And then we did that on a Friday afternoon. And then on Monday, they implemented some simple process changes and started saving $5 million a year. So I want you to get this idea that if you have data that looks like this, or data that looks like this, so this is scrap in a manufacturing plant. So by date, the type of error, the type of scrap, the scrap weight, that's worth $1 million a year. And so every multi-million-dollar improvement project I've ever worked on, IT or otherwise, has started with a pivot table of actual mistakes, errors, waste, rework, and whatever. And most IT projects, most systems will spit out an error bucket of things that it doesn't know what to do with. All right. And so this is something that we could take that data, pinpoint what's going wrong. And one of the great things about an IT system is when you actually fix the code, it works correctly forever, all right, until you do some sort of enhancement or something. So the great thing about doing this in IT is you can actually completely eliminate errors, and I've done that before. So the secret here is we want to start turning data into dollars. So we're going to start with this raw data. We're going to use pivot tables to summarize it, and then we're going to use charts, smart charts, not just dumb line and bar charts, but smart charts that actually tell us exactly what to fix and how to go about it. So with pivot tables, you can count the occurrences of keywords, phrases, or numbers, and some are average numbers. You can drill down into giant mounds of data very easily. You know, I can't tell you, I talk to a lot of people and they say, well, I was using a little check sheet to figure out how many times we did this and do that. And I say, well, do you know anything about pivot tables? And they go, no. And so then I show them how to do it and they're like stunned. It's like they were using an abacus and all of a sudden they have a supercomputer. So when you set up your spreadsheet, each column has to have a unique heading. You can't have any blank headings, all right? Anything with no data should be left blank because pivot tables will summarize blanks and just figure out what to do with it. And you should have consistent naming conventions. So, I found where people spelled Medicare like 10 different ways. So Medicare, Medcare, MDCR, just all kinds of things. So we want to have those all consistent. So there is some data cleanup that might be required. And then you just click on the data menu to find the wizard, and we're going to use that to actually get in there and dig into this process. So you can select anywhere inside of this raw data. So this is scrap weight, and you can click on any cell, and the pivot table will select the surrounding fields. And then you just go at it, or you can click and drag set, and then you can actually create the next sheet. All right, and so it'll let you do it, and then we're going to design our pivot table. So let me give you some idea how this works. So again, here's our data, and in Microsoft Excel, if you go Insert Pivot Table, it'll automatically select all the data for you, so you don't have to think about that. It'll put it in a new worksheet, which we want, because we don't want to be screwing up our existing worksheet. And then you'll notice it's waiting for fields. So one of the things we can do is check things like date and scrap weight. And so now we have by date, we have the total scrap that was out there. Now this is pretty straightforward, right? So now we can take that data and we can take that and we could turn that into a smart chart. So I make this product called QI Macros. The control chart wizard will take that data and turn that into a type of control chart. So we can tell exactly how we're doing, right?
Hi there, hope you enjoyed that last clip. My name is Michael Malutis, and if you'd like to watch the full 60 minutes of that last webcast, while also gaining complete unlimited access to our entire library of IT learning, simply visit our subscribe page at greatpro.org/subscribe. Unlimited annual access is $199 per year, but if you use the coupon code LEARN2EARN, you can drop that membership fee to just $149. That's less than $13 per month for unlimited access to over 1,000 hours of on-demand career development, covering the entire spectrum of IT management best practices, including business analysis and requirements, software development, quality and testing, risk management, process improvement, project management, and even digital transformation. But your membership doesn't just give you unlimited access to our vast learning library. You also get free access to our mobile app, as well as direct access to our network of over 300 of the world's leading IT consultants, all of whom are dedicated to putting practical knowledge at your fingertips so that you can learn more and earn more. I hope you will join me in becoming a member of the Great IT Professional and advancing your career with us. And if you're on YouTube, don't forget to hit that subscribe button above so that you get notified whenever we publish new free webcasts each week of the year. Thank you for your time and best wishes for your continued success.